Thank you, Nathan. I want to talk a little bit about an order that came out of the State Judicial Council on Monday. But first, I want to give a little background on what we've already done in our jails to set the perspective for you. Back at the end of February, anticipating the spread of this coronavirus around the country, we started looking at our very vulnerable jail population and realizing our responsibility to take care of them. We started looking at how we can lower our population in our facilities for two reasons. Primarily, one, to create space so we could do isolation cells should it be necessary in our facilities, and also to do the social distancing, which is not really feasible in a jail, but we want to do it to the extent possible. So we started off by modifying our booking criteria and taking a lot of the misdemeanors that were booked into our facility and making those cite and releases throughout the county to bring our population down. We also requested and received from the presiding judge here in San Diego the ability to look at inmates in their last 30 or 60 days of their sentence and reduce those and release those inmates early. We also, during this time, looked at implementing a pretrial bail review and trying to see which inmates were in our custody that we could lower their bail or put them out on their own recognizance. We released a lot of inmates there, and foremost in our mind in doing all these early releases was looking at what's the best to keep San Diego County safe, plus protect our employees in our jails and the inmates that we're responsible for. When we started that process, we were at 5,600 inmates. At the end of yesterday, I think our population was down to 4345. That's a reduction of over 1,200 inmates in our facilities, or a reduction of 22%. In addition to lowering our jail population to create space in our facilities, we also looked at enhancing our capabilities to keep people that might be infected with the coronavirus out of our facilities. We did that by enhanced screening of all inmates at intake and looking at creating these isolation wards. Anybody that might be symptomatic, we had the space now to put them into isolation. Also, we restricted dramatically any visitors into our facilities. Now there are no visitors, as a matter of fact, and we have no contractors coming in to our facilities to provide the rehabilitation services that we've been known for around the state. So between lowering the inmate population and severely restricting the and screening for people coming into our facility, I'm really happy to report we've only had 3 reported cases of coronavirus in our facility. 2 have already been released and are on to their residence, and 1 is still in our custody. What happened Monday is the State Judicial Council, which is the Supreme Court's way of issuing orders around the state of California, issued what we call a zero bail emergency bail schedule. That means that anybody in jail in San Diego, not San Diego County, but actually throughout the state of California that's not in there charged with a serious or violent offense is required to be released by 5 o'clock today or as soon as feasible with zero bail. We looked at what the people we've already released from our facilities, so our number was a little bit lower than I thought it was going to be. Right now, we have about 500 people that fall into that category in our facilities that are not serious or violent and are pretrial inmates. Also on Monday, the presiding judge of San Diego County, Judge Lorna Oxley, issued I guess you would call it an implementing order that stated that these inmates would be released on zero bail unless the prosecuting attorney, the district attorney in San Diego County, advised the sheriff that she will be requesting an increase in the bail amount. I've talked to the district attorney on multiple occasions. She anticipates asking for somewhere over 100 cases of increased bail. We have a deadline. The court's issued a deadline. The DA will work on trying to get an agreement with the public defender or the appropriate defense attorney to come to some kind of an agreement, and they have to be in front of Judge Oxley or our judge here in San Diego County by the 20th of April. The way it looks like now, I anticipate by close of business day or over the next day or two, releasing another approximately 400 inmates from my facility on zero bail. So I think we did a good job. I don't like state mandates that treat everybody the same. I think when you look at San Diego County, we've done a responsible job of lowering our inmate population, and I'm concerned with a one-size-fits-all coming out of the state State Judicial Council, and I know both the district attorney and I expressed our concerns in a letter to the Chief Justice. So I'll be happy to answer any questions later on.